You did that? What's going on over there? Put the gun down.
I saw you with the box. What was in the box?
Because I envy your normal life.
Put the gun down, baby.
It seems that envy is my sin.
Oh, what's in the box?
Hello, my name is Fu Manchu, and to answer your question of what's in the box, why, you are, David Mills. You are. Because today's review will be on the following. Today's review will be on the CRAFTONE Crime Detective, a 1/6 scale figure. And you know, you have to be a really good detective to know that there are 8 deadly sins. Yeah, check it out. There's 8 of them. Holy crap. I'd hate to know what that 8th one is. I bet it's a doozy. But anyways, yeah, as you can see by the little slash marks there and the font, this is based on the movie Seven. And yep, the detective is Brad Pitt's character, David Mills. Now, they actually make a Morgan Freeman one too, and I really want that one too, but I was only able to get one at a time. So I say we look at the back of the box. What do you say? So, here's the back of the box, and it's much like the front of the box, but right side up this time, and as you can see, it's got the little font, and if you look at it, it's actually reflective silver, and that is awesome looking. And then down here, it's got the usual warnings, and attentions, and octoons, and made in Chinas, and holy crap, let's look at the front of the box. So, here's the front of the box for the very last time, and as you can see, it's kind of plain, it's just black, it's got the little font there, and it's right side up this time. But you know what? It looks very cool. Now, like I said, they make a Morgan Freeman too, and that one looks amazing, man. But like I said, I could only get one, and just like the Heat figures that I reviewed from CraftOne about a few weeks ago, I got this one dirt cheap, and man, oh man, I cannot wait to see it. So I say we open it! So, here's the box with the lid removed, and as you can see, it's got foam inside of it. Very cool indeed. Now, this is just like the Heat figures that I reviewed earlier, but as you can see, the box isn't as deep, because this is just a single figure inside. So, let's remove this foam and see what's underneath. So, underneath that foam, you will find more foam and the figure inside, and check it out. Even with a bag obscuring his face, I think you can tell that's Brad Pitt's character from Seven. I love that coat, man. Check it out. Now, if you look down here below, you will see that he has 4 extra hands. Very cool indeed. Now, it doesn't look like he comes with any accessories, but he's supposed to, so maybe they're hiding inside there. But anyways, you can see there he looks pretty awesome. Now, I actually thought that this vest here would be an accessory you have to put on, but that's pretty cool, so now I don't have to put it on. Saves me a lot of trouble, so that's very awesome. Now, this is the way Brad Pitt looked from the end of the movie, towards the middle and end, after he gets beat up by John Doe. And as you can see, he's got some damage there, which you can't really see because the bag's covering his face. So I say we pull him out and see what's underneath, shall we? So after taking the figure out of the foam, you will see that there actually is a few extra accessories. They're in the little baggie, and there's not very many of them this time. But hey, what exactly was he supposed to come with? A box with a, oh, I'm not going to blow the end of the movie. Okay, let's see what the figure looks like. So, here's the figure fresh out of the package and stood straight up, and holy crap, man, check it out. Now, I've heard a lot of grumblings online that say that this figure doesn't look much like Brad Pitt from the movie Seven, but oh man, I don't know what you guys are looking at. I think this looks like Brad Pitt from the movie Seven. And as you can see there from the battle damage on his face, that's not obscured by a plastic bag this time, you can notice that it looks like the way he looked towards the middle and the end of the movie where he was beaten up. Now, that's pretty cool. I do kind of wish that this figure came with an unbeaten up head, but you know what, honestly, I think the beaten up version would be my preferred, likeness anyways. I just think that's pretty cool and iconic from the movie. Now, one of the things, too, that I think that this figure should have came with, if you look down here, he doesn't have, like, a bandage or anything on his arm. He's supposed to have, like, a cast on his forearm or something like that, and on his hand. I do wish they would have wrapped that up with, like, gauze or something, but I can do that anyways. But as you can see, this looks pretty awesome. Now, that jacket is very, very cool indeed. Jensen Ackles from Supernatural would be very jealous of this jacket. But, yeah, it's very, very soft and very leather-like and very cool indeed. Now, you can also see that he's wearing a bulletproof vest, which he wore towards the end of the movie. He's got his tie there, which is kind of poking out in a weird way, but hey, it's underneath there. That's pretty cool. He's got his belt. He's got some blue pants, and then down here he's got some loafer-looking shoes, and that's pretty cool too. Now, yeah, seriously, I really like this figure a lot. He just looks amazing. I love the battle damage, and I can't wait to look at it up close. So let's look at him from behind, shall we? So, here he is from behind, and as you can see, he's got just plain hair. It's probably wet from all the rain when it was raining in Seven. And then down here, he's got his leather jacket looking very cool. Now, like I said, his pants are actually blue. They're really dark blue, but yeah, they look black in every picture I've ever seen. But that's pretty cool. Okay, let's look at him from the front. Now, like I said, I am very, very happy with this figure. I really expected it to look worse because of the way people talk about it. And if this one looks worse than the Morgan Freeman, Holy crap, I can't wait to see the Morgan Freeman figure, because man oh man, this one looks good to me. Now you're probably saying, hey, what did he come with? Well, he came with these 4 extra hands. He's got 2 fists, and he's got 2, like, flashlight holding hands. This one over here, he's got, like, just kind of a grippy hand, and then over here, he's just got an open hand. Now, unless these are for the gun, I don't know if he can hold a gun very well, so that's kind of weird. He doesn't have, like, a trigger finger unless that's really loose. Let me check that out. Yeah, the fingers are segmented, but he doesn't have, like, an extending trigger finger, which is kind of weird. That's okay, though. Now, aside from those hands, he also comes with this baggie of assorted goodness, so let's open it up, shall we? Now, after emptying the baggie, we will find up here his gun holsters and straps. Very cool, and the gun's actually in the holster. That's pretty awesome. You don't have to put it in yourself. Sometimes that's really hard to do, by the way, because sometimes those holsters are super, super tight. So it's really cool when it comes like that already. So that's pretty cool. He also came with this flashlight. Very neat indeed. Came with these 2 magazines for his gun. And then over here he actually came with a badge. And it's like a little clip too. So instead of like those little, what was it? The button cover, whatever it's called. What are those things called? Cufflinks! That's what they're called. Cufflinks. I had to think about it. So yeah, on the Red Man Clockwork Orange figure I got, the cufflinks that look like little bloody eyeballs, they didn't come with any clips or anything like that to put them on or pins. So essentially, if you want to stick them on, you're going to have to glue them on. Now, unlike that, this badge actually has a back clasp, which is very, very cool indeed. So you can put it up there on his belt just like in the movie. So I say we waste no more time, and I say we look at him up close. What do you say? So, here we go with a super duper close-up look, and check it out. You can see the Velcro of his bulletproof vest there. Very cool indeed. There's the leather material there of his jacket. Very awesome. Up here you'll see the pattern on his tie. Looks very cool. It's on a little elastic band, so you don't have to worry about untying it and stuff. Working our way up to his face, you'll see his little goatee and Brad Pitt mouth. Very cool. There's his nose, and then there's his eyes. And as you can see, he's got that little cut on his nose. Very awesome indeed. I love how they painted it. How it's like red sore looking around it. Very cool. He's got like the cuts and bruises on his forehead. Very awesome. Yeah, I think this looks like Brad Pitt from the movie 7. I don't know what other people wanted, but honestly, I think this looks pretty awesome to me. Love his eyes. Love his face. Looks so awesome. Very cool. It's got all that cool texturing on his head, the little wrinkle lines, the way his hair looks. That looks awesome, man. And like I said, this isn't even a licensed 7 figure or a Brad Pitt figure. So, man oh man, this looks pretty good to me. Very awesome indeed. As you can see, there's his sideburns and his ear. Very cool. But yep, I like it a lot. So let's see what else we can see here. Turning him this way. Got his hair up there. Very cool. But yeah, it's very evident that this is supposed to be Brad Pitt from 7. I think it looks very, very cool. So working our way down his sleeve. See the texture again of his jacket. It's very neat. Down here you'll see his hand. He's got some veins there. Very cool. The hands are kind of plain this time, but oh well, who cares. And then over here you'll see, what do we got? You got his leather belt. Very cool, with the little metal clasp thing. There's his tie. Very cool. You'd have to put his little badge there on his belt. Very neat. I'm going to have to look at movie stills to see how to put his straps on and stuff like that. And then down here we will see his lover-looking shoes. Very cool. Walter White would want those shoes if they were in brown. And that's pretty awesome indeed. But yeah, I am very happy with this likeness. So let's see if we can look at the badge up close, shall we? So here's the badge up close. And man, oh man, this thing is tiny, but it's got some detail on it. Now, it's a little like soft looking in the detail department, but you can still see that it's supposed to have words and stuff like that on it. Very neat indeed. And I just love getting a little badge accessory. That is awesome. Now, here's his little gun here with the little holster thing that goes on his underneath his jacket. Very cool indeed. As you can see, it's made out of that same sort of pleather kind of stuff. And then over here's the straps. And on the other side, you can put the little magazines there. Very cool. Nathan Drake wears the same kind of gun holster thing, and that is pretty awesome to me. Very cool indeed. Last up, we have the flashlight. Now, instead of like the old BBI ones that had like the little glass with the bulb inside of it and stuff, this is just painted silver. And then down here, very cool. It's got a lot of detail on it. I do wish it had the little clear bulb thing inside of it, you know, because the details on them a long time ago for the BBI ones looked really good. But anyways, the body of it looks awesome with the little texturing and stuff like that. I mean, that looks like a real mag light or something. Very cool indeed. And it's all a little shrunk down. It doesn't really matter that the bulb thing isn't there, but, you know, it would have been a neat thing to see. But yeah, like I said, this figure looks amazing, and I don't understand why people say it doesn't look that strong like Brad Pitt. I think it looks enough like him to pass, and that is cool. Now, as for scale, every one of the Craft One figures that I've ever seen are on the same exact body. So here's how he scales with the Heat figures, and he's on a stand, so he looks a little taller, but that's the reason. But yeah, every one of the Craft Ones uses the exact same kind of body. It's a little big, but hey, it's still pretty awesome. So that might cause a little, you know, problems later if you get the Morgan Freeman, because, you know, they're going to be the exact same size. Probably. I don't know. I don't have the Morgan Freeman, so I can't tell you. And Brad Pitt should be a little bit shorter than him. So, yeah, there is that. But I still think this looks pretty awesome indeed. So, there's my review of the, what is it, Crimes 8? I don't know, Detective by Craft One. Check it out. This is awesome. I've been wanting a Brad Pitt 7 figure since the movie came out, man. And there's been a few over the years, but I think this one looks really good, especially for the price. Now, just like the other Heat figures, I got this for about $80. So, yeah, and that was shipped. So, although it didn't come with 2 versions this time like the Heat ones, because the Heat ones were, holy crap, were those great deals. This one was still worth it because, hey, it's Brad Pitt from 7. What do you think? And it would look good, and it fits in that same universe as Heat, in my opinion. That looks awesome. So, until next time, tune in for more Foo Reviews. Whoa, hey, come here, felzbug, come here. Yeah, check it out. I duly designate you Detective Felzbug. Come on, let's go make some crimes, man. Or solve some, I don't know. Whatever we feel like doing.